OE says O, but it's used very rarely. You're only going to see it at the end of 4 real words. Those are faux, row, 5, ho, toe, and doe. I thought it was 4, but it's 5. It's only used at the end of short words. You're never going to see OE at the end of multisyllable words. What you're going to see at the end of multisyllable words most of the time is just a single O. As in potato, not potato, forgive me. Potato, tomato, veto, taco, piano. If you can think of any other words that end with just a plain old O, go ahead and throw them in the chat for me. There's a lot of them. Let me see what I'm getting. Romeo, I like that. Yeah. Exactly. So today we're going to focus on recognizing the sounds of those two graphemes, OE and O. You're only going to see OE in short words in this lesson and in the real world, but O can come at the end of short words or at the end of longer words. But whenever you see O at the end, it's always going to say O. It's never going to say anything else. That's one of those few 100% rules that you see in the English language. When you see O at the end, it will say O. All right, let's get, ooh, that's a good one, Clement. Pro, Romeo, veto, accelerando. That sounds exotic. All right, let me share my screen. Accelerando. Okay, here's our words for today. So let's get marking. Our first word, our first O is going to say ah because there are 2 consonants after it. This O is at the end. It will say O, always. So our sounds are ah, d, p, r, o. Odd pro. Odd pro. Odd pro. Go ahead and try reading yours over here without me. There's a lot of consonants there in the beginning, in the middle. 4 consonants. Try to get all of those sounds. Rodeo, that's a good one. All right, so our sounds, this O is going to say ah because of the tap 2 rule. There's 2 consonants after it. And O at the end says O. Our sounds are ah, p, s, t. Those 3 sounds right there, they're all voiceless. There's no vocal cords being used, only air. P, s, t. Try to make sure that you're pronouncing those sounds correctly. And then the R is r. It's not r, r. And then the O sound, the O at the end always says O. So our sounds are op, st, O. Blending them, we have op, ops, obst, obster, obstro, obstro. If you wanted to divide it, it would be divided right here. Obstro, obstro. Yeah? Did you get that one? Put a Y or an N in the chat. Let me see. Good. Talon, I'm glad you're here. It's nice to see you. Good. Okay, number 2. We have this O is going to say ah because of those 2 consonants after it. O at the end says O. So now you know why those 2 O's in the same word can say 2 different things without having to guess or wonder. You just know, because if O has those two consonants after it, especially a double letter like that, then it's an obvious indicator that that O says ah. And then you now know that O at the end always says O. So our sounds are s, t, r, ah, o. St, stir, straw, strom, stromo. Make sure you drop your jaw right here so it doesn't come out as a, which I almost did. I almost said straw, a little lazy, straw, strawmo. It turned it almost into a schwa sound. So I need to drop my jaw so it's a clear ah, strawmo, strawmo. Okay, go ahead and try yours over here. Okay, so this I was going to say ah because of those two consonants after it. And when you see a double letter like that, it's a fast indicator that the sound before it is a short vowel. And then O at the end says O, always. So our sounds are p, ul, ah, f, o. The P and the F are voiceless, only air, p and f. That L sound is made with your tongue going either up behind your top teeth or in between. Pull, it's either ul or ul. So our sounds are plafo, plafo, plafo. It's important that you say the PL fast. You don't want it to say, you want it to say sound like you want to hear a lot of air on this P. Pull. Instead of, sometimes a little can come in here, right here. And that would bring a whole new syllable into the word. It can't be p-ul, p-ul. You have to combine those two sounds. So it's a fast, very fast blend. Pull, pla, plof, plofo. Okay? Make sure that those sounds, that P and the L, are blended together quickly. All right, so here's that OE that I was talking about that's only found in 5. I mean, it could be more than 5, but it's rare because I thought it was 4 and now I know it's 5 and it could even be more than that, but it's not common for the OE to be in the end of words. It's very rare. And it will only be at the end of short words, one syllable word. So here we have a short word here. Our sounds are p, o, po, po. Go ahead and try yours. That O follows the tap 2 rule, by the way. There's a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots, so the O says O, and the E doesn't say anything. So our sounds are M, O. Make sure that your sound for your M isn't ma. Keep your lips together, and then it will blend right into that O sound. Mo, mo, mo. Okay, number 4. We have our vowels. This O is going to say ah because of the tap 2 rule. There are 2 consonants after it. This O will say O because it's the last letter. When O is the last letter, it always says O. Our sounds are f, ah, p, ul, O. Fur, fra, from. Don't say from, even though you know how to spell that word and you see it right here. Short words often sound different in longer words, so you can't rely on that knowledge of that, what that short word is. Like in this, we're just not going to say from. That O is going to say ah. Fromp, fromple, fromplo, fromplo. The hardest part of pronouncing this word is this R right here. You have to really force that R sound to come in after that F. Fromplo. Fromplo. If you wanted to divide the syllables, it could be divided right here because we have a vowel, consonant, 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 vowel pattern. Vowel, consonant, 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 vowel. When you have 3 consonants like that, you can divide it between the first and the second. And then you'll have those 2 short parts of the word, the syllables that you can pronounce on their own and then combine them together. Let's try that way on this word. Let's divide the syllables and read each syllable and then combine them together. Go ahead. Yeah, all right, Blair. Okay, pronounce your TR nice and clearly. Don't let it turn into a chur. We don't want to read the lazy way. We want to articulate each sound the way it was intended. So our sounds, or our O is going to say ah, because there are 2 consonants after it, and we know O at the end says O. So our sounds are p, l, ah, n for the first syllable. Plon. Second syllable, we have t, r, o, tro. Articulating this T and the R really clearly. Tro. So we have plon, tro, plontro, plontro. Would you please let me know how you did on plontro in the chat? Was it easy? Actually, I want to know a Y or an N. Did you get that one without me or no? And plontro. I told you you were brilliant. You didn't believe me. You gotta trust me. You guys are brilliant. You have to. You must trust me when I tell you how smart you are. Plontro. Yeah, it is kind of hard to say. Those L's and R's, they're the trickies. L's and R's make everything just hard. Okay, but you are in control of them. They're not going to mess you up anymore. You're on the lookout for those. All right, which one of these extra practice do you want me to do with you before I send you on your own to try these on your own? First one, number 6. Okay, we have, actually, I'm going to let you do it on your own, and then I'll come back after and help you read it. Here's what I love. I love that you initially looked at it and you're like, oh, that's going to be a hard one. But now that you're reading it, you're like, I could do that. I love how you're changing what might have before seemed like a hard word to read into an achievable word to read. That's all you. You are doing this. Okay, so this O is going to say O because of the tap 2 rule. There's another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. That's why this O says ah, because there's not a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots, and O at the end says O. So you know what these 3 O's are going to say because of where they are in the word and the letters that surround it. This SH says sh, O, t, ah, f, l, O. One sound at a time. Show, shote, shota, shotoff, shotoffle, shotofflo, shotofflo, shotofflo. Please, I'm dying to know. Did you get shotofflo? That's right, you did. That's right, you did. Woo! See, you're believing me when I tell you how brilliant you are. And if you didn't, that's okay. That was a hard one. That was a hard one. Okay. Yeah, there is several other requests, but I wish we had time to do them all. But so as a review, You have learned that O says O if one of the next two letters is another vowel. If not, it says ah. OA says O. O consonant final silent E says O. Those are in the last couple classes. Today, you learned that OE says O, but only in short words and in very few. And you've learned that O at the end says O. You might not have known that before, but you do now. Now you have that knowledge for the rest of your life. You know that whenever you see an O at the end, it's going to say O. That knowledge is now yours for the keeping because you came today. Well done. I love teaching you. I love watching you get all of these things that were hard and now they're not really anymore. But we are going to do some real words. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing them in a YouTube live. I think every Friday that I'm able. And I'll send you that link so that you can join YouTube live where I am going to be teaching these rules in real words. And that'll be free, of course, because it's YouTube. So hope you enjoy that. All right, my friends, enjoy your night. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye, everybody.